What's going on, world? AJ here, and today on AJ Tech, we are going to take a look at Microsoft Edge for this episode. As per usual, get yourself a beverage, sit back, relax. Don't worry, we'll get to Chrome and all those other ones on another episode. But let's get started. All right, we are here at Microsoft Edge. You can pull this up simply, easily on your desktop right here. If you have it installed, desktop right here, shortcut, boom. Probably on your taskbar down here, boom, right there. You can search for it. Typically, if you used it already, it's already there. You type in Edge, right there, Microsoft Edge. Or you can go to your start icon here to locate Edge. Since we already have it open, let's go. All right, so take a look at the bar up here. We're going to focus all up here. Google's like the cleanest page I could find, so works for this episode. Right here is your personal profile if you have a Microsoft account. Mine's already synced and ready to go. I've got points, I've got rewards apparently. I did not know this. You can click here to go to settings up here. I ain't going to worry about that just yet. Workspaces, we click here. Don't worry about workspaces. Over here, action or tab action menus. Turn on vertical tabs, search tabs, organize tabs, recently closed tabs, or tabs from other devices. So like, oh look, it's a history. Takes you to the history actually. This is the tab right here. So you see it says google.com. You could close it out. You could also add another tab, or add another tab, or add another tab, and so forth. I'm going to close all these created tabs out here. It's like how every time I open a new one at msn.com, it gives you different stuff to look at. Got your back button, you got shortcuts that'll pop up when you hover over there. You got your refresh button, Control R, refreshes. You got your home button, takes you to your home page. And right here, this is your web address bar, but I want to focus in on this lock right here. Site information, this is going to save you right here from going to potential bad sites. If you click on here, it says about google.com. Connection is secure is what it'll tell you. You can click on here to ensure that it has a certificate right here. This site has a valid certificate issued by a trusted authority, meaning this site's safe. It's good to go to. You can click on it to get some more details on that stuff right there if you like. If you're into that, you got site permissions, cookies, and site data. You can click on there. Support cookies in use. Click on there. Tells you what they are and so forth. Done. Click back on there. You got tracking prevention, it's all balanced, and so forth. You got your web bar right here for your web address. If it says HTTPS, that means it's secure with the S on there. So that's a secured site. You know it's good. Over here, you got your favorites. You can add the size of favorite by clicking on the star. You got extensions right here. I'm only rocking Chrome Remote Desktop because it's free for remoting into all my devices. You can click on here to split your screen. What? You got two different screens going on now. That's crazy. So yeah, I don't like it. Let's move on. Favorites. You can do Control-Shift-O for this one. You can pin it like so on the sidebar. You can go here to expand a little bit more options. You can open favorites page. Hey, you can make it as a page and open it up. Cool. You could what was I for that? Oh yeah, add the site as a favorite, add open pages as favorites, import, export your favorites. This is critical. This is great to know. So let's just say if I would go ahead and if anything you have as favorites and you know your machine's about dead, or just want to plan ahead and your machine's gonna crap out and you might lose all your favorites, export your favorites. There it is, HTML. I'm gonna save it. Make sure you know where it's saved at. All right, by the way, I'm going to say this is a good spot to land. So I'm going to save it. And then if you want to import it back in, to your new machine, you can click import over here and you can choose what to import. Flip this tab. You're going to go to the HTML file, choose file, There it is right there, favorites. You can click on there, open it up, and it'll import your favorites in. Pretty easy, pretty simple to do that. So continuing on, you can remove duplicate favorites. I always show my favorite bar. It's always up top, right here, always. No matter how many tabs I open up, it's there. It's there. It's always there. So I don't see why you don't want to do that. You can search through your favorites here. Again, you create a folder and add this page as a favorite as well. So I'm going to close out of that. This one here is collections. Don't know much about it. We're going to skip and move on. This is browser essentials. Kind of a little bit of a health thing right here to check the health of your browser. These three dots here, new tab, new window, new private browser. You can open up in private browser mode. Ooh, private browser mode. You can zoom in, zoom out, favorites, history. Check your history. Get out of there. You don't need to see that. You got downloads, apps. You can install sites as apps. Of course, you can't install this as an app, but you can install any website as an app. You can view apps. You could get extensions. Again, browser essentials. Some of the same stuff that you would come across. Print, screenshot, find on page. There's more tools here. Good Lord, it is endless. I'll tell you what. And a lot of this, you just need to go around and check out, play around for. You could cast to media device, learning toolkit, name window, pin to taskbar, launch taskbar, pinning wizard, on search, browser task manager. You have a task manager for a web browser. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? It's crazy. Going back here to more tools, you got your internet options window here that you can go through the general stuff. You can delete temporary files and such. Go through your security options, your privacy, your content, clear SSL state, certificates, publishers, connections. You can set up a VPN if you like. Programs in advance where you can do a bunch of checking of the boxes on what you need to do. I don't really do anything with this, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. So we'll go ahead and close that out. And of course, you got your settings. We're already in settings, honestly. So here we are in settings. You can search through the settings, what you're looking for. Got my profile here under profiles. Basic privacy search and services is a good one to always go to. You want to make sure you're selected for balance. Blocks trackers from sites you haven't visited. Content and ads will likely be less personalized. Sites will work as expected. Blocks known harmful trackers. All right, if you strict it out, you might block some stuff. All right, so might be frustrating if you do that, or you just go wild over here with basic. All right. But the one thing I want to showcase here, because if things are not working properly with your Edge web browser, you want to do something that clears out the cache and cookies. So right here, delete browser data. We do this a lot in IT. Click on that. You can do the last hour, or you can go do all time. You can clear out your history, your downloads, your cookies, and cache files. All right. Typically, these are the two that we look for, and we clear it. We close out the browser, we reopen the browser, and things start working fine. All right. And you can check all these other ones to, help clear some things out as well. But this is a good one to remember for, like, if you're having trouble with web pages, you definitely want this one here. You can check out your appearances and designs and customize it however. You can set up a sidebar, which is this thing right here. If you see my mouse moving, that's sidebar. You can add things to it, like, let's just say we're going to add Outlook to it. Boom. Hey, look, there's my Outlook folder right there. Cool, right? It didn't save it in there. Why didn't it save it in there? I'll figure it out later. You got your start home and new tabs area. Like I said, there's a lot of this stuff you don't really need to play around with. Default. This is where you can set your default browsers. You can make Edges as the default. I have DuckDuckGo as my default web browser, so I'm not going to make this as a default. Downloads. You got a download section. You can change your download folder location because it is set for, your downloads folder, which is basically this right here. So you could, honestly, you could change that and download your files anywhere else if you prefer. So that's pretty awesome right there to do that. Family and safety, languages, printers. You can manage your printers here. I don't have anything showing up there. System and performance. Again, don't really do much with this one either. So something you're really not going to do a whole ton with. You can reset your settings if you like. Phone and other devices, take it or leave it. Accessibility, again, take it or leave it. There's really, again, not a whole ton to really just mess around with unless you're willing to get down to the nitty gritty of it. But again, this video is for the basic user, just kind of get rolling and get started. And here to check your latest version of Edge is right up here, version 129.0.2792.65. That's the latest version. Here it says that you're up to date. So if you're ever questioning about another issue about your Microsoft Edge, check what version you're running and maybe you need to update your version of Microsoft Edge. Again, you got your favorites all right under here in these folders and so forth. That's Microsoft Edge for you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe out there and take care. Hey, what's up everybody? AJ again, and I just want to kind of quickly go over this sidebar again. Figured out how to pin stuff, so you'll click this plus button. Let's just say Spotify, for example. We're going to open a Spotify. Oh, that's large. And then you're going to right click and pin to sidebar, and it'll pin it right there. So if I close out Edge, don't mind me editing the episode, reopen it, everything should be saved here again. So there you go.